Well, the first show of every week, we wrap with a focus on something that's filled our bucket, something that's inspired us, maybe something that's made us proud, something that's restored our faith in humanity, or something that's challenged us in the most positive way. And we're dedicating this week's positive reflection, presented by our friends at Kuby Renewable Energy, to our very good friend, journalist Brandi Morin. Brandi has been on the show many times. As a matter of fact, we're so proud that she contributes her expertise and her perspective as a member of the Real Talk Editorial Board. Well, this weekend, she was in New York City, attending what's oftentimes described as the Oscars of journalism. That's right, Brandi Morin, a recipient of an Edward R. Murrow Award in New York for her 6-part series on Al Jazeera English, focusing on and telling the stories of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. Brandi has been a fearless advocate for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls in Canada, as well as First Nations communities. Of course, you know that if you've paid attention to her career. But as we saw her take the stage last night to accept that award, I was emotional, not just because of the implication of this. Millions of eyes on the stories that Brandi is telling, but also, of course, on what this says about Brandi herself. If you follow her on Twitter at Songstress28, you know how significant this is to her. Brandi tweeting yesterday, quote, "For this small town girl who once thought she was nothing, moved through foster homes, surviving rape, single motherhood, to being in New York City preparing to accept the top award for journalism in the world, the Edward R. Murrow." Brandi says, "I am unleashing my voice of fire." Of course, the title of her book, which is selling out in bookstores across the country and around the world. Says Brandi, so many laughs and so much joy. And that has filled our bucket. To know that her efforts are paying off, to know that the women who have tragically disappeared are being respected, that their stories are being told, that the focus of not just this nation, but people around the world will be on this epidemic in large part because of Brandi's fearless journalism, her award-winning journalism. Brandi Morin, from our team to you, on behalf of this audience, we congratulate you. I'm excited to let you all know that once Brandi's back from her visit to New York, she will be joining us here on Real Talk. And of course, if you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok at Real Talk RJ, if you subscribe to our Real Talk Sunday message email, it's free, of course. You can sign up at the bottom of the page on our website. We'll keep you posted on exactly when that interview will be. Positive Reflections is presented by our friends at Kuby Renewable Energy. You can get your free solar quote today. And don't forget to ask them about the Canada Greener Homes Grant. It's a $40,000 interest-free loan so you can go green at home. Well, there it is. A wrap on our very first episode from our new Real Talk studio. We thank you for tuning in. We did it. Now we can say that. Now that we're at the end of the show, John. Yeah. Thanks to everybody who visits Real Talk on the daily. Thanks to those of you who pop by today, maybe for the first time. It means a lot to us when you like our content, when you subscribe to our channels, and most importantly, when you share the interviews that have resonated with you. We'll see you again tomorrow, live at 8:30 or later on demand.